Hello everyone and welcome to Orcs Must Die 2. My name is Penny and today I am here playing with my friend Cody.
Yo!
We are playing Orcs Must Die 2, which is the sequel to Orcs Must Die, which Cody played a lot of, I know.
Yeah, so basically the differences between 1 and 2 is that 2, well, it has different levels, obviously, it's a sequel. It's also co-op, while the first one wasn't, so that's why we are playing 2 as opposed to 1.
It's also more fun, I think. I've played the first one a little bit and I thought it was cool, but not quite the same.
Well, they just added a whole bunch of new stuff. I think the first one was more of like a little indie go at making a game, and it was successful, so they had the budget to make this one. So let's get into the game. We'll explain the mechanics from there after this cutscene.
Was this how it would end? Trapped, surrounded, my power lost. I deserved so much more. They were coming for me. Once I was their queen, now they would be my doom. Then, out of nowhere, new rift? It was different, fragile. I felt a trickle of power returning, barely there. Not enough to mind control even a single orc. Still, the rift offered an escape. As soon as I stepped through, I saw him, standing right in front of me with that ridiculous grin plastered across his face. I only had one thing to say. Run!
So, I'm the War Mage, and Panny is playing as the Sorceress. We can both play as War Mage or the Sorceress, but we figured we should show off their different abilities, because they're not just a reskin, they're actually different characters with different stuff.
And variety is the spice of life.
So, my character, the War Mage, has a shotgun. It shoots things, or it's a blunderbuss. It shoots things, and it has magical grenades, which take up my mana. The normal shooting does not. And what do you have, Panny?
I've got the Scepter of Domination is the main weapon that I've got here. The left click is just a sort of normal attack that can be powered up. And right click is a really cool charm spell, which will actually charm one of the orcs to fight with us against his orc friend.
Right. That was actually the plot of the first game, was that she was the villain. She was actually mind controlling all of the orcs. She sort of lost all her power source, so she can only do it like one at a time now, but she was mass controlling the entire orc horde in the first game, so...
And bad guy turned good.
Yeah, she sort of got in trouble, as you saw from that cutscene, and now it's co-op time, because the orcs are invading all on their own.
So basically how this works is that this is the rift that has opened up where the orcs come through. The orcs will follow this blue line that you might see running across here. If we run across with this one here, run, all the way to here. This is where the orcs are trying to escape out of the mines, so we have to stop them from escaping.
Right, it's basically, if you've played a tower defense game before, it's like that. We've got traps, we need to stop them from getting to the other side, you know, basic, like, Plants vs. Zombies sort of stuff, well...
Except we get to help. Except
that, yeah, we are also characters who have our weapons during the thing and can help out alongside our traps. It should be about 50-50 for killing orcs.
This is the trap screen here of the spellbook where we can decide what traps we're going to have while we play this game. Since it's only the first level, we only have about 3 slots for traps, and one of those is taken up by our weapon, the Scepter of Domination in my case. This time I think we'll go with the spike wall and the ice vent. And what traps do you have, Cody?
I have a tar trap and an arrow wall. They're pretty similar, but not quite the same. The tar trap just slows them down, the ice vent freezes them in place, but I believe the ice vent has to do it and then reset so stuff will get through without being frozen.
That's right,
but this
yeah.
one just constantly slows anything down, so they're just different things.
It's much more useful, actually, your item there.
Well, it depends on the situation. If you have something else set up that like freezes things in place, and then like something on the roof that a swinging mace or something, you could not wipe them out. But yeah, we don't have many resources to start with. That's what's on the bottom left there. but we get more resources as we kill orcs and in between waves. We've also... What other things are important to mention? The on the top right there, the 1 out of 4 means first wave out of 4 waves of orcs. We get a break every few waves. And the 20 means 20 orcs can still get through the portal before the game ends. Obviously, we don't want to let any through. If we let none through, we'll get more points. We'll get more skulls, which are our currency that we can use to get new traps. So I think... Are we ready to go?
Yeah, it's pretty much everything. We'll go ahead and just show you how the first round works now. So what we might do is we'll hang back for a second and show what the traps can do, if that sounds okay with you.
Yep.
So that's Cody's tar trap. Just slow them down, then an arrow wall fires off, and then this will be the ice vents, freeze them, and the spike wall hits them. Some of them are getting through there because we didn't really have enough resources to...
Right. Yeah.
That starting area, enough to take them out.
To start off with, we don't have enough traps to take out the whole thing, but we get more powerful traps and we can upgrade them and etc as the game goes on. This is, since it's the first level, it is by far the simplest. There is only one rift and only one path the orcs can go down. From every other level past this point, we're going to have at least 2 different rifts for the orcs to come from, which means that me and Penny will probably have to
split up and go our own ways too.
Yeah, split up and organise our own side's defence, and then help out the others if they get in trouble. Fun fact: it's also the same in the single-player version. There's the same amount of rifts, so single-player requires a lot more, like, paying attention to various things going on. You need to like multitask a lot.
I've tried single player mode a little bit before we played this one, and I had a lot of trouble. It just seems you need to really coordinate yourself much better with your traps.
Yeah, there's no other person to come in and back you up if you miss your traps in single player. So, but difficulty isn't bad. It's, you know, it's a challenge, which is fun. So. It's at a fun level of challenge, I think.
It's all fun and games until someone rage puts some punches them on them. Which I've never done.
Oh, no. You just ruin hard drives which contain episodes like 1 to 10 of Orcs Must Die 2.
I feel like that's going to keep coming up if I don't explain what happened. We've actually... This is the second time recording this. We recorded about half of it a couple weeks ago. It was sitting on my hard drive nice and safe until during a pretty intense FIFA match that my housemates were participating in, it got knocked off the table and then started making a whirring noise and the hard drive died.
Yeah, so we lost like 10 episodes of this at the start, which is why we look like we both know what we're doing. It's probably a blessing in disguise, because in the original, Penny was pretty bad. Because she'd just started and I'd completed the entire Orcs Must Die 1.
We're gonna start being offensive and taking digs at each other. Steal that skull.
Someone lost their head.
So you can see I just quickly picked up a bonus skull there that dropped, I guess because we were being good at the game. Was there any specific reason that would have dropped?
Not actually sure. I'm not an expert on Orcs Must Die 2 actually. I haven't completed this one either. I've just, it's pretty similar to the first one, just with different traps and skills, so I've got some leftover skill from the first one.
We get a break between rounds here, which is good. This is before the final wave actually. You can see the 4 out of 4 in the corner there, so just a break where we can sort of sell our items and reposition if we have to.
You can sell everything at full price and then just reposition it all, that because sometimes you're placing things like because there's orcs coming, and then it's all like badly placed, and then you can't put down enough things because it's not done right. So yeah, so we can just reposition the entire thing. I'm just going to sell all of the arrow wall ones and just have endless tar traps, or I just ran out of money, but
might put some ice traps here.
So yeah, this is a more weapons focused final round, because basically they're going to have a lot of trouble getting through here, and meanwhile we're just shooting them. So as opposed to traps focused. There's going to be a lot more variety later on. It's there is a huge variety in different weapons and traps. Like some of them, you call them traps, but they're dwarves or like archers, or actual characters, or they go from walls, or
I guess they could kind of be referred to as familiar little spawnings.
Yeah, like there's all sorts of things. Like the weapons, you can have different weapons too. Penny's favorite is this one that lets you take the skulls of the orcs and make them into a giant bone golem, which will fight the orcs.
Bone golem.
Lots of variety. You can get a thunder ring, which shoots lightning at the enemies, that sort of thing.
You get a wind belt that will knock them off the edge. A lot of them are powered by mana, though, as well. It's worth mentioning. These ones that we have now are our basically generic weapons, so the primary skill doesn't require mana use, which is great, whereas secondary does. But some of the other weapons, like that wind belt I mentioned, every attack will require mana, so you can sort of get in a position where you have no mana and you can't actually do anything, and you're out of traps, and then you're like...
A shotgun is the first thing, and then I can use the wind belt to push them off the edge as well. And we got 4 skulls!
4 skulls? I don't know how we did... I don't know what was wrong with that, but apparently the game only awarded us 4 skulls.
Well, we got some bonus skulls too, who knows what for, but it lets us buy some stuff in our spellbook, which we'll explain in this episode. Then we probably won't show again, we'll just tell you what we've been changing around this time, because it's a lot of menus and stuff, and it takes up a few minutes each time.
Basically, the skulls that we owned in that round, they will collect over time, so the skulls from that round will join us from our skulls from the next games. We can use those to either purchase new traps or new weapons, or to upgrade our current traps and weapons. So, the Scepter of Domination, for instance, can be upgraded so that the charm lasts longer. You can also purchase new traps like the boom barrel, or later on the decoy, or the push trap, or a million of these cool looking things.
There's also... there's 4 different sections. There's traps, there's weapons, there's trinkets, which have passive effects and stuff, like more health, or all enemies have a chance to drop coins, or the Jar of Ghost, which fears enemies that hit the player. And then the final section is Vanity, which is just new outfits. It doesn't change anything other than how you look.
We can be the Nightmare Bride, who is not a nice looking woman, but it'll be fun. We'll try that.
So apart from the vanity items, everything can be upgraded. Like the new things you buy, the new traps you get, your old traps, your original weapon. If you click it, you'll get 3 or 4 things that you can upgrade about it.
And the most amazing thing about this menu for me is that you can refund all of your skulls between rounds, so you can completely change your loadout to the level that you're playing, just like the requirements that will fit.
That's a big difference from the first game, where you couldn't do that, so you were sort of locked into whatever changes you made. This one, if there's a new level that requires it, if there's a level with a lot of roofs, you can just pour all of your money into a swinging ceiling mace or something. And if it has a lot of open space for the orcs to fall down into and die, you can get a wind belt just for that level. There's a lot of customization for each level that you can do.
It's a really good system.
We'll be doing it mostly off screen and then showing the new stuff we've bought each time during the episode, I think.
That sounds good, because as you can see, it's not a huge lot of fun to watch someone upgrade all their things, but it is good for the actual gameplay.
Yeah, so I think we'll see you back next time for episode 2 of Orcs Must Die 2, featuring more stuff.
Yes, we will, so we'll see you guys next time. Penny out.
Cody out.
Bye.
Visit my website. What? I don't have a website. Visit my channel.
Visit my channel. Bye.
They're already on your channel.